back with another beautiful summer's day at the boatyard. It's the weekend of the Crick show. I've got Tim with me. We're going to play about in the Tesla, go down to the show, and yeah, glorious summer August day here in Britain. Fantastic. YouTubers in the way. I know, yeah. Right, here we are. Time to look at some boats that are going to make me terrified.
But the thing is, I'm into it.
So yeah, we came back to go to the Crick show and see if we got a break in the weather, but the weather's been horrific. So there's nothing but rain. So the paint has held up pretty well down the far end. So it seems to be doing okay. So we'll get a better look at that when I come back next time when it's a little drier. But yeah, a little bit of an underwhelming weekend. The Crick show was a lot smaller than I was expecting. There was less there available. So yeah, it was a bit of a letdown really. Apart from the fact I got to go with James and we took the Tesla, so that was loads of fun. So yeah, alright, we'll see what happens in the week. So back at the yard again Monday morning. The sun's just broken out. Just sat in the car for an hour watching it rain. So yeah, here we are. We're going to go check out some of the paint today. I've brought an angle grinder to work on the plastic tubes with inside the mushroom vents. Yeah, and we'll see what else we get done. Yeah, hopefully a good day today. Let's see. So after admittedly a few weeks of mental inactivity when it comes to the boat, I feel like I've made some good progress over the last couple of days in two things. One, I've updated all my layout with different bits and pieces. I've updated where the hatches and the windows are, and I've cut out loads of little bits like I'm making models or a board game to play around with bits. I mean, everything's movable, and it's, yeah, so that's pretty good fun. Also, I had a good think about how to do these things for the mushroom vents, and I've come up with a pretty fun yet terrifying solution to that, so I'll show you a bit more of that later. But first things first, we're going to check the paint on the roof and see how that held up with the water and see what I need to do about that. So let's get on with that now. So now up here on the roof we can have a look at how the paint's got on. I've sanded this bit a little bit already just to see what the score was. But as we come down you can see there's been some staining where I think there's been some rust bleed, some bits on the sides that I didn't quite cover, and then there's some staining all the way in. Inside there's an odd texture to the paint where there's puddles of water sat, but it isn't epoxy paint, so it is all set and cured. But I'm just going to sand all this down, take all this weird funny edge off, clean it all up and give it another coat of paint, and then I'll do the same to the other side while I'm messing about inside the boat today. So let's just get on with that real quick. So I'd say that was quite a success. Got all 5 of the mushroom vents plugged in now. Got all of these plastic vents put into the mushroom vents. So the idea is that they create a lip for the spray foam to come up to, so there's no spray foam going into the mushroom vent hole. Also with them all being plastic, I'm hoping it's a condensation reduction. I'm going to silicone in this edge and silicone in this edge inside at the top as well from the roof, so that should be sealed. And like I said, that will give me a flush lip to come up to. In fact, I've got a ruler somewhere that I've been using to check that. I've got my meter rule. We just scrape over as if we're skimming with plaster, and then it gets a little bit stuck. No, it's just fine, look. So that's my flush point, along with the sealing battens. And then I'll seal them with some silicone and some canvas tape. So that needs a little bit of a push up, but it's pretty good. So yeah, so that helps me keep the ceiling flush when it comes time to clad it. So that's another bit of a job done. So yeah, getting on with it. So yeah, to do that, I was a little worried because I wanted some straight edges to be cut. So I wanted a bandsaw, but I didn't want to buy a bandsaw for, what, 16 cuts, 20 cuts, something like that. So having a little trouble with the jigsaw and the circular saw, obviously with the plastic pipe, that's terrifying, you lose fingers doing that. So I thought, why don't I clamp down my angle grinder and turn it into a grinding wheel, basically. Now I wouldn't advise this, it's, it's quite dangerous, I guess, if you break the blade, straight into the groin, into one of your arteries, could bleed out right here, nobody knows, anything, you could lose a finger on this probably, but it worked really well. The grinder itself is stably attached. I wore gloves, wore eye protection, yeah, but it worked really well. Got nice straight cuts, it was very easy to control the cut, because I was moving the tube, not the blade. Is very messy though, that's all bits of ground plastic. I probably should have worn a mask, and that grinder was brand new out of the box this morning, so that's the state of it. So let's get it tidy up, put the bed back, because I pulled the bed up to be able to, because it's quite low. But yeah, let's get it tidy up, have a check on the paint that I did up on the roof. Now we're up on the roof, I've taken the tops off all the mushroom vents, and let's just show you what we're exposed to on the inside. So there's the plastic lining now, all the way up to the top. But you can't see it that side for the shadow. So what I'm currently doing is just silicone in this so we get no water sat in here. Not that you'll get a lot of water, but you may get some splash and it may sit, but it's just to stop that. And I'm probably going to put a seam of silicone inside the edge that I've cut as well, where it's bound together. So just to show you what I'm talking about, in Blue Peter fashion, here's one I've already done. So I just lined the edge, that you probably can't see, with a bit of silicone. Yeah, and then just gone down the seam edge down this side with a little silicone also. So yeah, plans to do that for the 4 mushroom vents. Got all 5 done, and that's that ready. I've phoned the guy about the spray foam. He reckons next week, so we'll see what happens there. So while sitting at home last night, I came up with this, which is what happened after an hour of trying to learn CAD and do the 3D image. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to what I know, which is pencil and paper, and in this case cut out bits of cereal box and pizza box. So yeah, so I've got the full layout of the boat with the hatches as they actually are, and you can see what they've done. They've pretty much just tried to put the hatches in between the windows, apart from this one's a bit more this way, but in the picture I had the windows were like here and here. So, but that's the natural representation of the boat with windows and the front doors. I haven't put the back doors in yet, but yeah, then I've got all these cutouts. So here's the Richard Evans style bathroom that I was going to build. The toilet and the shower is going to get swapped around, but let's put them together, shall we? Let's just put a quick one together. What have we got? Let's go with the side entrance with the electric cupboard. And we'll have the bed down at the bow, up to that window. Yeah, let's have it on that side. And let's put a galley in. That's the galley I want, and that's the bathroom I want, which is why there's only one of each of those. Then we can put a bedroom door in, we can have it orientated this way or this way. We can have big steps, little steps, cardboard box I guess. And then I'll put a couch in there. we'll have a stove coming off the back of the fire. I'll tell you what, let's switch the sides of all this. There. So let's have that. That way. We'll have the Richard Evans style bathroom. That's better. We'll have the stove there. On that side we have a regular couch, but we could make it an 8-foot bench seat by doing that. I think it is. So yeah, how's that for a little layer? Tell you what, we'll put the steps in the bedroom, and we'll put some miscellaneous storage in there as well. So that's just, you know, one potential layout. So who knows? But it's loads of fun. It's like I've made my own board game. I do need to sort that out, but I've got spray foaming first, and then I need to work out the location of the stove, the solid fuel stove, the fireplace, and then we'll move some bricks. I mean, at this rate there'd be radiators all the way down this wall, but this wall seems well heavy, so I think I'd just take all the bricks out of this edge and put them all the way up this edge to the side, and then adjust it when you get in the water. That's the problem with doing these things not in the water. And also the chocks under the floor make the floor uneven. As you may have heard, the floor goes bang bang every time you go over that little seesaw, and which will come out as soon as you lift the boat up and put it in water, so any of your woodwork is going to get shifted about anyway. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm enjoying this. We'll have a look at more options for the layout. Like I said, there's only one bathroom idea at the minute, because that's instantly the bathroom I want the first time I saw it, and the galley just makes sense to have a U-shaped galley. It means it can be occupied while other people move past you, and if I've got the option, then yeah, that's great. Problem is there's no window in the kitchen, apart from one on the far right hand side that I'll probably not be able to touch. If I had the galley on this side, I won't be able to open the hatches. So looking at automating hatches, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And for anybody that's interested, that's basically the layout of the Templar Luke and Bush's boat. I guess that's actually more storage there. But there, that's pretty much how that is. Apart from they've got a corridor bathroom, so if we pretend this is a corridor bathroom, it's about 4 foot by 6 foot. So yeah, that's the Templar, that's the boat that we go on. So there's their 3 beds, and their galleys next to their kitchen. The galleys next to their bathroom. But yeah. This is quite good fun actually. Well, another terrifying milestone step forward. I've just booked the spray foam for the boat. So the fella will be here on Monday the 8th of September to spray foam the boat. It's £28 per foot, 42 foot. So I haven't done the maths on that, so that'll be quite interesting. But yeah, should be quite an adventure. It means at some point in the next 2 weeks I've got to get all of this stuff out of the boat and mask up all of the windows. He says to double mask anywhere I want to take any of the insulation off. So that's double masking. That's double ground masking any of this lower battening. The upper battening will have some thicker battening put over it. But oh dear God, that's a lot of work. Yeah, okay, let's get on with it. Just fixing to leave now, just come to have a look at this paint. Looks okay. It's dry to the touch now. So yeah, not been bad, got that done. Also the 5 mushroom vents have all got their little plastic lips on now, so I can attach vent holders on this end, and it's a lip for the guy to spray foam into. Speaking of the spray foam, I've got that booked for 2 weeks today. So I'll have to get all of this stuff out of the boat, put a tarp down on the floor, mask up anywhere that I don't want the spray foam to be. So say mask up, parcel tape, double layer parcel tape on everything. So all the windows, the hatches, any of the lower battening that I want to get back to. Apparently that's much easier to get back to instead of scraping it all back. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I've got a fortnight now to prepare for spray foam. So another milestone on its way. So yeah, let's go.